Hello, welcome in. Today uh we have my goobers here. I don't know if they can't hear you. What the fuck? Something's wrong with something's wrong with a lot of my goobers. Make a bunch of noises so I can test if they can hear you. Okay, now they can hear you. They can definitely hear you.
I fucked your mom's put.
I don't know if you can say that. I don't know if we can say that. Let me convert to the game overlay. Oh, I forgot I put quit on the ceiling. And you, and you're like, and so you're like really tiny. Fire. I can hear you rubbing your fuck ass hands together. Okay, let me get ready to get through dialogue. I forgot what one I was up to too.
You're
I think I was
on a
trying to get the
path
prisoner.
in the woods, and
Okay. I'm gonna go through to memories and see what I was trying to get. Fall to a feral captive. Yeah, I'm trying to get a gooby. Or betray her before she can betray you. I've almost gotten all the vessels too, so that's cool.
you're here to sleep.
Just gonna go to the cabin. Okay, so
You
I
make
need
your way a
to...
warning. We're not
No, you haven't told me about your noodle dish.
the interior of the cabin.
Wait,
is
they can't
almost
hear you on
entirely
this
bare.
one. They can't
The
hear you
air
on
is
this...
stale and musty,
this fucking
and the
thing.
floor
Why?
and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only
Now
furniture
they
of
can
note
hear you.
is a plain wooden table. Perched
Yeah,
on that
so
table is a
the
pristine
fuck ass
blade.
noodle dish is based off of a struggle meal recipe called Ronies. It's when you make a bunch of macaroni and tomato juice, and then you put butter, salt, and pepper over it. But I don't have macaroni, so I'm using angel hair pasta. I'm calling it rose hair.
I think you should call it disaster. That
It
is
wouldn't
going
be
to...
it.
It's going to give
It
you a
wouldn't.
stomach ache.
I've ate it before.
I made butter.
Yeah,
What?
I was about to say, Aspen, I think you're the only one that has extreme digestive issues like that. I can eat Ronies. Not to mention you
I,
hate
I made
tomatoes. I think it's just the fact that I have tomatoes as a main part of this dish.
It's just because I'm lactose intolerant, and then I ignore it, and then it goes bad for me.
Yeah, you won't live here. You would die in Wisconsin. You would die.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
but
you guys have like a lot of cheese shit, don't you?
Yeah, we are the dairy state.
it doesn't mean I
You
won't
would
eat
die
it.
here.
It doesn't mean I
You
won't
would
eat it.
die here though. You would die here though.
I won't. I'll just be sick, but I'll be fine.
Yeah, I
I'll
made
be
butter
sick.
the other day, so I'm just
I'll
like,
be sick, but
okay,
I'll be fine. Is not. I don't think that's a sentence I should have said. I'm gonna move around my
I mean,
window.
that kind of explains your life, though.
Okay,
The
I
blade.
gotta. I don't know how I get the feral captive one. Do I take? I'm gonna take. I'm not take the blade. Do I use my hands? Oh, loading.
You can hear my eggs bubbling? Probably.
I can hear your eggs bubbling. It's really funny because I just hear like a bunch of just noises.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light.
This
in
game
the
is
room
so
below.
beautiful though.
This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood.
Just
If
like
the princess really lives
oh.
here, slaying her is probably
I
her
was
voice.
talking.
Hello?
Don't let it.
I'm not gonna be streaming for too long today, just because I have like gym and a few other things. I'm here to save you, and then lie. I'm here to save you. I'm gonna do the lie one.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
I see. You're trying to get her to lower her guard. It's a gamble, but it might work.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
I need to see this lady.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the bed. She's beautiful. I am begging you to...
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
You were lying when you said you were here to rescue her, but regardless of your intentions, breaking her out of those chains would be a big mistake. Don't even try it.
I'm gonna say, hold on, let's talk first.
Okay.
Oh, game frozen. My computer that works and is totally functional. Look how happy she is. I feel bad that I'm definitely going to stab her in the back.
I love meatless spaghetti. I just realized what I did with the seasonings. I've made meatless spaghetti.
Yeah. I gotta read the dialogue. I can't believe they've been keeping you down here like this. I'm going to get you out of here and examine the chains.
You're only making this more difficult.
But I'm definitely going to still stab her.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
Yeah,
No.
whatever.
You're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
I wouldn't want to cut my hands off. I'm sorry, no matter that
No.
circumstances. Like, how would I jerk off?
Nah, eat your hand. Eat your hand. Eat your hand. Eat your hand.
Eggs.
The
You
egg!
attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top... Is someone else here?
Also, you know what, Aspen? Who are you to judge us for the way that we eat? You eat weird-ass flesh.
Yeah? And? At least I cook it. Sometimes.
And
Hey. Hey, at least I am a I can't think of any words right now. It's because I'm on the chair, and my chair has a really comfy thing on it, and it's making me sleepy. I love every time when I have this situation when, like, the door closes, I just immediately turn back without saying anything, like,
You make your way
well,
to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so
sorry.
much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Yeah, but I didn't want
Easier
to.
for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you...
I heard the
Hello,
door
dear.
slam. They lock.
There's a slight panic rise.
If I could just get.
She barely hesitates before raising
I
her
forgot
arm
she
to her
does
mouth,
that.
her teeth tearing through her limb with the
That's why I said,
determination
your
of a
hand,
trapped
your hand,
wolf.
your hand.
But, like, to chew down to your bone is pretty extreme.
In one bite, too, it looks like.
Also,
Yes.
I will say, Aspen, about the jorking it thing, simply learn to jork it with the other hand.
It's just... Then you...
One hand has to hold the phone.
I don't have the phone with me. What's wrong with you? Do
No, you see,
Use your imagination.
Quinn, you see, either use your imagination or you go back to the old days. Use your PC.
As she rips her
My
flesh from
PC
her
doesn't
bone,
fit in my
a
bunk,
sound
also
comes
would
from
overheat.
behind you, the clang of bouncing metal.
Knife behind me.
It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its or we
Yeah,
you
ba ba
won't
ba
know.
ba 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 ba. Do we save or slay this bitch? I'm gonna slay her because I'm gonna be mean.
Yeah.
Without
That's
hesitation,
what the game tells us to
bring the
do.
blade down and
Yeah.
plunge it into the princess's back.
That doesn't look like her back. That's like her side boob, and that's. I think no,
That's
that's her shoulder.
behind her shoulder.
Oh,
That's
I
the shoulder
couldn't.
blade, yeah.
I couldn't see the perspective for a minute, so I thought that was just her boob. But that would make no sense because then there would be three,
Yeah.
The wound drives her to the ground.
three boobed princess.
Okay. There's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
Also, that's. Is that in her shoulder blade? That would be bone. That wouldn't go in very far.
Mhm.
Hey,
You
we're not human. Who knows how
bastard.
strong they
Were
are?
you lying to me this whole time?
Yeah.
The princess pushes
No,
away from
why
you,
would I do
the
that?
motion ripping the blade from her
No, why
back.
would I stab you for no reason?
I will
Wounded,
say,
but still alive, she
personally,
crouches on all fours in the corner of the room.
I'm just
and
saying,
meets your eyes with the ferocity of
you
a
should have gone
horned
for the lower
predator.
left rib.
Should have gone. Like I said last time, you go for the armpit. There is nothing impeding your access to the organs there.
Except for the fact that both her arms were down and we couldn't have gotten to her arm. But
Scoop. Just do a scooping
That's
motion.
what you lodge into one.
You've made
why you
a
lodge into one of the
terrible
ribs.
enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
Hey, bro.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if
You're
she's
not helping your
barely
case
even
here, lady.
threatened by us. It's an act.
I mean,
She's
we did.
wounded and
We
unarmed.
literally
There's
stabbed her.
nothing she can
I'd
do
be
to
pretty
hurt you.
pissed
Yeah.
too.
I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you ready
Oh.
your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your
Shit,
legs
she's
with
got
the
some
same
nice-
animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm.
That's nails,
there's
girl.
your feral captain.
Your blade cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw. Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got. Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you
Wait,
know
I just
you've done
noticed
your fair
the-
share of damage as
The
well.
little blade
Your blade
mouse has
having
little
left
blood on
deep
it now.
gashes in the princess's back.
Only a little.
You seize
Only
a
a
moment
little.
of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees.
Oh no, sorry, that's the tomato juice for my fuck ass noodles.
I can hear your
We can
plate.
still turn this around.
Me?
No, that was Quentin's plate.
Oh.
That's my plate, sorry.
Do we just give up and just die? Hang on, let me save here.
Yeah, died with feral captive. She's feral right now. Die.
Return.
Are you serious? As what's left of your blood pools around you on the cobblestone floor, the blade falls from your trembling hands and clatters uselessly against the ground. I suppose you simply lacked the will to finish the job.
Hey, I was trying.
The
Her best.
princess,
Oh my
Royal,
god.
still alive, nervously jumps
Oh,
at the
yeah.
blade and kicks it far away from you before
She got the
retreating
feral
into a
eyes.
dark corner of the room.
That's me when I look at
Her
you.
shining eyes.
It's me when I
watch you from
fucking
the
look at you with my
darkness,
autism eyes.
unblinking and curious as you bleed out.
You think my big ass Harry Potter glasses are for? They didn't keep my autism eyes.
We can only hope the wounds you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, they'll kill her before she can reach the outside
I think she
world.
should escape.
Yeah.
I think we
Go
should
be
let
free,
her.
run around
After
the
all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
Whoopsie.
I forgot
This
one
is the
thing I
end,
could add to my noodles. I'm
isn't
gonna
it?
add it now, and it says I have cheese.
Jeez. What?
Yeah,
I could.
it's not the good cheese though. It's not like the good Parmesan cheese. It's like the powdered shit that you get from Walmart.
Oh.
Before you can
I
answer,
like-
Still, it's cheese.
everything goes
I
wrong,
like the powdered
and you
palm cheese,
Oh
honestly.
yeah, no, I like the powdered stuff. I'm just saying that like most chefs would be mad at me for using it.
Shit,
Yeah,
the
it's not the good shit.
chapter 2, the beast.
You're on a
Oh, I'm
path
excited
in the
now.
woods.
Okay, I'm gonna save here so I can get other paths.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Should probably do my laundry soon. I need to do my laundry. I got like no anything left. I'm just sitting here butt ass. It was good, you know. Got
Mhm.
nothing.
We know.
For poor people, make rose hair. If you're feeling treating yourself, because angel hair is a little bit more expensive than macaroni.
Well, there's also I literally have a recipe for poor man's spaghetti, which uses chopped up bacon.
I don't know how bacon. Sounds like someone doesn't know the prices of bacon in America.
Yeah, bacon's expensive.
Yeah,
You also-
bacon's expensive.
Well, you guys also have weird fuck ass bacon that's like flavored, which is so
I mean,
so
probably use
wrong.
bacon bits, but that's not really bacon. You could probably use bacon bits, but it's not really bacon. Bacon bits is a bunch of tofu covered in liquid smoke.
Oh,
If you want
Oh.
real bacon bits, you actually have to like cook the bacon, chop it up, and save it for later.
Quinn, you want to
Yeah.
read a dialogue option for me?
She's gonna kill me again?
Yeah.
Do
Again?
that.
People don't die twice. You haven't even
Clearly, you
someone
haven't met
else,
enough
and
people.
I hardly think you'd be capable of killing someone as skilled and courageous as
No.
yourself.
I work in roguelike rules.
My favorite poor person meal is just 2 cans of pinto beans, a can of diced potatoes, and a pound of meat. And you just
I'd
eat all
fuck
that
that.
together.
I'd fuck
It's really good. We use venison.
Ooh. Where the fuck are you getting venison?
I hunt it. Well,
Oh,
my dad hunts
okay.
it. I want
You're
to
one
start
of those
I don't have a gun.
kids.
I hated hunting as a kid. That was my brother's
Oh.
thing. But now that I have to buy beef every time I want to cook
If he
something,
doesn't
I'm
remember what
kind of
happened,
getting
then
into it.
maybe it's best to keep it that way. If he doesn't remember what happened, then something
Where's
else
the
must have
hunted? I don't know if
practiced
we've had them yet.
You
I
see,
don't-
I would wasting disease in deer.
You're not trapped here.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody's
No,
forcing
I
you
get
to
you.
do anything.
But any
though
reputable
the only
butcher will test for
sensible
that.
thing for you to do right now is march up to that cabin and slay the princess.
Yeah, I'm not. I've already had this conversation with him before, so I'm just gonna proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Doesn't seem like much has changed around the cabin and path itself this time.
Nope.
She will lie. She will cheat. Does a
Yeah.
cat lie to a cornered mouse when it plays with its freedom? Or is it just acting out its nature?
Fucking no.
Does a,
Mike-
does a Rizzler goon on its victim?
Don't ever let any sort of slop like that come out of your vocal cords ever again.
Listen, TikTok was
Ugh.
gone for about 14 hours. I'm back to brain rotting.
Yeah,
Don't
we
see why
all
that
all
matters.
crashed
A
out for
lie's a lie,
nothing.
and if anything,
It's
she's
so
the one
Well,
who's
funny.
well,
causing it.
I wasn't crashing out
I was.
during the silence. I was fucking tweaking, and tweaking not in like the sense I was like freaking out. No, I meant like I kept on absent-mindedly trying to open TikTok, only to get hit with the pop-up of just like, sorry, your government's fucked.
I was. It went out at I think 11 for me, and then I
Yeah,
joined Aspen,
you
and then went to
texted
bed.
me.
So
You know, I couldn't see the devastation happen live. I was streaming Final Fantasy 14 yesterday.
yeah, I woke up and then just out of habit opened it, and but that was at like 1 p.m. So it was already back up.
Yeah, I was already back up. I know. It was funny during the stream because I streamed with my friend Morgana. She went out for a bathroom break, and she was just like, "So guys, I went to go piss, and TikTok wasn't there."
Valid.
Because the entire time we're like, but like, what are we supposed to do now when we go to the bathroom? What, read the back of the shampoo bottle? And I was like, obviously someone does know about something. Quick AO3 stories.
Literally just read fanfiction.
She could have
I
gotten
think
out
I'm
of
gonna
there whenever
start
she wanted
defaulting
to.
to red note.
We should trust nothing
honestly.
that she tells us, only what we hear and smell. That's a very roundabout
we have,
way of saying
what,
you should listen to me and take
90
this
days?
seriously.
Yeah, so I need to get in the habit of not
Who the-
watching it every waking second.
Who the fuck is we? I'm fine compared to you guys.
We as in plural, not we as in all of us.
I actually gotta check on my laundry. I got no clothes.
You do
Oh
it.
yeah, Quentin, it
happened?
happened again. I accidentally clocked another trans mask. And wasn't even my. This is just because, like, okay. So I did a little bit of bullying because that's my nature. I have to bully every trans mask like a little brother. I explained that to them. I'm like, hey, sorry, I just have to bully every trans mask I meet like a little brother, and I didn't even check the pronouns yet, and that was still right. Fucking he they right there.
Vibe, you know?
I just know how to clock them. It's because I've known Aspen for 7 years. Not to mention every single kid that I hung out with in school with a trans mask. And that's something I hate about my current city. It's all fucking guys. There's barely any lesbians or trans femmes.
I've given up on this country, and I'm just gonna fucking dip as soon as I get a chance that I'm just gonna go live with Aspen because spare room. And it's gonna be a hell trying to find
See,
people I relate to.
I would
again.
love to live with Aspen, but I want to be close to my actual family as well.
Yeah.
No. An idea I had was just, I don't know, getting me and a friend. We just drive up to the Canadian border, stay until our visas are be legal immigrant.
Yeah. That cold well. I deal with heat much better than cold.
I deal with heat a lot worse.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel you. I cannot deal with like just the numbness that comes with being cold.
Hi, I'm back.
I hate it.
Well, also like when you're a
Welcome
whole
back.
ass man, I can't take my shirt off. I have titties.
I have titties and I take my shirt off.
So do I. I don't. I don't like being topless.
We were talking about like where to move to as an American alternative, and Quinn brought up that like Bro can't handle the cold that well, so that's why they didn't choose Canada.
I think actually a couple years ago I started the visa process to move to Canada. So like that was my first pick, and then I met Aspen.
And then you learned that I'm cool.
Yeah. You should ask
Maybe.
your parents how much rent would be, by the way. I gotta start planning that shit.
Rent I think here would be 300. Probably 250 if they're being nice. But still fairly low compared to other places. Most places are like $600.
Especially compared to America, where it's just a full paycheck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can live with that.
It's just mostly the fact of I
The
don't want to
interior
be
of the
away from
cabin is
my
ruinous and
family.
dilapidated.
Oh.
It feels
Sure,
like
I
no
wanna
one
hear
has
the
lived
dialogue.
here for a long time. Wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the
Fuck
wooden
ass
walls.
cabin completely broken.
The only furniture of note is a termite-eaten table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
I don't even know windows.
All's gone.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
But why can't I just use the sharp sword that I already have?
Because the bird claws, they would get all dirty and nasty. And nasty,
One bird
dirty.
that like uses blood to stain its feathers.
There's one that uses dirt, literal dirt. Bearded vultures.
That's what I'm thinking of.
I'm gonna take the
Also,
blade.
Another reason why I would go to
You take the blade
another
from
reason
the table.
why I would go to
It
Canada.
will be difficult to
As
slay
much as
the
I hate
princess and
America,
save the world without a weapon.
I do love our lack of food restrictions. I love Mountain Dew too much.
We have Mountain Dew here.
You
I
have the
don't.
shit Mountain Dew.
Fuck you,
it's
it's
a kick.
okay. Baja Blast literally can cause like permanent damage to your body.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes. The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. She growls up the stairs.
Guys. Feral creature.
I can smell you.
Oh. Cause here's the thing, I like to yap as well. So it's just kinda a triple threat. Funny. It's fun, and I don't like doing streets by myself. I get scared.
She sounds almost feral, impatient, or maybe eager. You carefully make your way down the stairs.
What time is it? 10. I gotta take my meds. Papa.
The last step gives way to the damp earth floor of a starlit pit. The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness. The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere.
What do you mean she could be anywhere? She's right there. She's literally right there. She's just kind of a shape. Oh, Never
You
mind.
see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her. Remember, she's just a princess. She is certainly not just a princess. You're not helping.
I don't think he's trying to.
It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes
hello.
appear between the leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified.
Is it bad that I am very aroused by this? Like, hello, sailor.
I'm so much more than you. And a little splinter clutched in trembling hands won't save you from
We
me.
know where you are.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
Move. Okay. I'm gonna move.
You lunge to the side, picking a direction on instinct. As you land, you're buffeted by a gust of air disturbed by the sudden motion.
That's
of a
fine. I'm
massive
probably gonna be
body.
gone for 2
The
hours.
princess. In an instant,
Oh
she's
my
pounced on
God.
the spot where you would have been, her chains rattling across the floor behind her.
Very long. It's kind of dragon shaped.
Before you can blink, she's gone, vanishing once more into the shadows. But you still feel her gaze on you.
You're faster than you were before, but you're still meek, reactive, prey.
You whirl around to find her, and your gaze meets hers, a pair of shining eyes peering out at you from just beyond the basement stairs. So she's cut off our escape. Shit, what do we do?
I'm not gonna run for the stairs because she's like right there. Not. I'm gonna save first before I do that. And you'll get us killed.
She's right there. We have to wait for an opening. That's fair. She'll kill us if we try and run
See?
past her.
If you want to see me, you should get better at seeing.
She literally just said skill issue. That's kind of mean on you because, like, you've got glasses. You're blind as fuck. Putting on my glasses at the moment so I can see properly.
She knows that her strength lies in shadows and secrets. She won't reveal herself unless she has to.
I don't know. I'm gonna say, what do you want? Or you could say, we can say you're deflecting. We can be mean. I'm gonna say you're
And you bear your weakness to the world.
Don't bear my weakness. How dare you?
She's coiling for another strike. Be somewhere else. We're on the back foot. The back foot keeps us nimble, keeps us alive. It doesn't matter if it keeps us alive if it eventually kills us. We need to take back the momentum. We need to do something.
Ain't you living that every day? We can play dead. I don't know what survive. I'm gonna do survive. I don't know what it'll do, but
Spin into a new patch of jungle, barely moving out of the way before the princess surges past you with a speed that makes her practically unseen.
hello again. I love her little fucking stare.
Yes, now's our chance. Quick. And then what? We need a plan. We need to figure out something.
I just like her little stare.
Don't plan ahead. Act on the now. All that matters is that we stay alive.
Like, she still needs to be chained up if we just walk back. Or we could just, like, loop around her until she gets stuck in the chains.
As you turn to sprint for the stairs, you feel the air.
Oh.
You instinctively glance behind you just in time to see the princess lunge from the shadows, more unhinged and dripping, eyes fierce and full of hunger. She is too quick to outrun, too nimble to outmaneuver, too determined to overpower.
Hey, Stubby, you got your
This is
wish.
her domain. You are devoured. I guess that's it then, isn't it? Unfortunately for you, no. This isn't it.
Oh my god, are we gonna play War Simulator?
You're in a dark and caustic place. A thick, fibrous lining constricts around you. Its sleek surface
I also put my
impossible
hands
to
up like,
grip. Your hands
I
scramble
don't wanna touch it.
uselessly at your surroundings as they compress in on you. Your lungs can barely expand in such a tiny space. Not that the humid, finite air grants you more than a few shallow breaths at a time.
Bet it stank in there.
The liquid pooling beneath you starts to seep into your skin. You itch, then sting, then burn as the acid begins its slow work.
When I killed you, I tried to leave this place, but it wouldn't let me. You belong down there, it screamed at me. The world is better off without you in it.
Yeah.
The
Pretty much.
flesh around you rumbles as the princess begins to move, her thundering footfalls twisting you helplessly about. Your skin protests as the corrosive liquid sloshes around you, but there will be no respite for you in sight. The burning grows stronger, and you can feel layers of you being peeled away.
Why are you rating it on the force
But
scale?
you don't belong down here. You came from somewhere else.
We've been
You
new.
came from out
We knew
there.
this shit.
So I consumed your dead heart, and I carried it in my throat.
Rise.
And I draped what was left of you on my back, and I threw myself against that door.
She stops, her muscles tensing around you, and through the muffling layers of her flesh, you hear the whine of straining metal. And with a pop, she lurches forward, your body lurching right along with her. Her chains. She's loose.
I wasn't paying attention. No?
But even then, it denied me freedom. You cannot fool me by draping yourself in decay. I know your true nature, and it is suffering.
Gravity pulls at you as you're hefted upwards, the distant creaking of ancient wooden steps barely audible over the thudding of the princess's heart.
And then it was gone, And I was here. A new enclosure. A nicer cage. But still a prison. I learned from my wounds. You're alive now. We can leave together.
Does that work? Could she free herself if we're alive in here?
Well, we could just kill ourselves.
Do you really need me to give you a definitive answer for you to understand that the situation is grim? Stop her. Do something.
From inside the fucking... I really don't like how detailed the inside is. Adios. I don't like...
You still have that steel claw. Tear through her before we are her. Survive. Or we could use it to make this quick for ourselves. If she needs us in order to leave, we could at least deny her that.
Look.
That is a bad thing to do.
Why? I don't want to talk to her because I'm inside and that's gross. Spin me out or I'll kill myself. Kill yourself or kill her? Yeah, but if I get out, I still have like, what, like 3rd-degree burns all over my body? Miserable way to live. Killing myself.
In an act of spiteful defiance, you pull your weapon to your throat, your shaking, ulcerous hand clenched tight around its hilt.
Ulcerous,
Then
is
you
it?
draw it across your bubbling
Ow,
veins.
descriptor. Ugh.
Your blood flows out, filling the tiny space inside the princess. You start to fade.
Uh-oh. Adios. That's fine. Fucking hate feet. Agreed, we all hate feet. You just admitted you like feet! Why couldn't we have anything cooler? Real. That sounds good though.
A waste of a good life. It's better than giving in to her. But in the end, the opinions of stray voices mean little in the grand scheme of things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
We are a path in the woods.
What?
We have no beginning, and we have no end.
Style change.
But something cold
Scary.
and unnatural sits watching us from just beyond our edge.
So nice though. Anyway, yeah, see ya. Make sure you don't pass away. Anyway.
His gaze pushes against our borders, curling them in on themselves, preventing them from stretching to the places they need to reach.
Probably. Wait, my mouse is different, look.
No, that's all wrong. You're not a path in the woods, you're on a path in the woods. Who's even saying that? That's not the princess, is it? Oh no. How many times have you been here?
Secret, and you're gonna be mean to me. You're gonna yell at me.
I think this is our third? That's bad. That's very, very bad. It wasn't even supposed to reach 2. If you're at 3, well, no wonder things aren't the way they're supposed to be. Let's get our facts straight. What happened last time? What could you have possibly done for things to be like this?
The thing that sits beyond our edge speaks his logic into us. He tries to grasp at things that cannot be grasped. He tries to stare with wide pupils at that which can only be held from the corner of the eye or with a passing glance.
Shut up. The rest of you, talk. What happened? What did you do? We're part of her because she consumed us. Can she hear us if we talk?
Asking me. How am I supposed to know?
I can hear
Oh.
everything, little one, but you don't have to be afraid of me. There's no place where you end and I begin. Nothing can hurt you here. Not anymore.
It shouldn't count as her eating us if we offed ourselves. We're still here, though. And if we're safe, isn't that better? I guess this is fine. Doesn't feel half bad. Miles better than being dissolved, anyway. ate you. And now you're convinced that you're stuck together. What a mess.
He doesn't understand. We aren't convinced of anything, and we aren't stuck together. We're one. This is how we're supposed to be. Can't you feel it?
Yeah, I'm gonna save here because I think this is an important spot. Why should anyone do anything right now? This is fine. I like being like this. You know what? I'm gonna be complacent.
You can't just passively exist forever. Not with her. That isn't how it works.
Why not? You know, you love to be dominated.
The princess ate you last time. Stop passively vibing with a literal predator and remember that you're enemies. Remember what she's done to you and how much it hurt.
Nah.
We can't go back to that. We can't go back to the fear and the hunger and the pain. Not after being something as beautiful as this.
Doesn't all that conflict feel so far away right now? So petty? We've been posed against each other by something that understands the strength of our unity.
I can feel a thumping, a heartbeat. Like a distant terror that keeps getting louder the more we pay attention.
Please, stop. If you let it in, we'll fall apart.
I don't want to hurt her now. She seems so pathetic and soggy.
Don't look at it!
Don't fucking yell at me, Jesus.
Hold yourself together. We're no strangers to effort. We can push this back down. Something might do us in eventually, but I'll be damned if that something is a thought.
Okay, so but which option?
Please, don't make us remember how I was.
Why? God of War. Game.
And just like that, you start to fall apart.
Oh.
I can remember it now. I didn't like being eaten. I'd forgotten how much it burned. And the air was so hard to breathe. She didn't care. She didn't care at all.
At least we didn't have to sit through it to the end. But I think she owes us, don't you, lads? She barely felt more than a little indigestion while we burned away inside of her.
As you remember the terror and pain you felt at the hands of the princess, you start to remember something else, too. You remember that you are a distinct being with a finite form and a mortal body. You can feel it. There is a shifting of the space around you, the infinitesimal movement of your molecules rearranging back into the shape of what you're meant to be.
No, I devoured you. I won. I put things back the way they were supposed to be.
Some divisions, when sown, can never truly be mended.
Oh,
A cavernous gash rips across whatever it was you thought
that-
you were.
your gash. Oh, hi, Lambda. I didn't even realize you were here. Don't worry about the poor jokes.
The what?
A chatter is very concerned.
Who? Did they hear my vor thing?
Yeah.
A cabin comes into being among the trees. It approaches, and it swallows your body whole. And then
Oh
you
my
find
God.
yourself, blade in hand, exactly where you need to be.
Heartbeat.
She's trapped in a motherfucking tree. But she is the tree?
Hey, Aspen.
At the center of it all is the princess.
Your stream's
A wooden
extremely
and fleshy
behind.
heart beating
I know.
with an unbroken rhythm. You're filled with a sense of purpose. Strike at her. End this once and for all.
I don't want to kill her. I feel bad.
I feel empty, don't you?
This doesn't feel like a fight. This isn't what I wanted. Where's the victory in this?
I feel safe. She isn't dangerous anymore. We could leave her. We could both live. Do we have to do this?
Also, that doesn't seem anatomically good.
You have to. You know you have to.
But do I? Also, I just realized that this is forming a heart, and I feel really bad. I feel bad for her. I never wanted to kill
Well-
you. Not really.
Put her out of her misery. Kill the bitch.
I want to free her.
Aspen, she
You
has
devious
no
little
lungs.
bastard. If you think I'm going to let you free her, you
No,
have
I'm busy,
nothing coming.
Ronan. No, I'm busy. Ronan. I'm streaming. No. Cool. Just busy. For the moment.
And that other thing is... We'll just have to wait and find out when it happens.
Okay, bro.
Just ignore him. What's he gonna do? Lecture us into submission? He can talk all he wants.
You're tired, aren't you? No, I'm not. I'm... fine. Whatever.
This guy.
You cut the princess down from the roots that bind her. I hope you're happy.
Ew, she's all meat.
Good luck getting her out of here.
Like the tree's all meat.
I didn't think you would do that after everything.
Sometimes I can be nice.
It's so cold without you.
No, the hands. They took my Pookie.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
I'm just gonna approach the mirror like I usually do and like...
This, that. Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
I wanna know. I can see almost the whole outline now. Hell yeah. I'm in the fucking hair world. Proceed to the cabin. There she is.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet.
I'm gonna say, what do you think of this vessel?
This one is like a shadow of me, a memory of what she used to be, bound to the wounds of distance and time. She will make for a scarred and beautiful heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
Okay, so I'm going to attack her.
My
Oh, okay, well, I'm gonna just... Since I finally got into here, I'm gonna go back here. Now I want to load. And I'm going to try and be more aggressive.
We can't go back to that. We can't go back to the fear and the hunger and the pain. Not after being something as beautiful as this.
Doesn't all that conflict feel so far away right now?
No,
So petty?
no.
We've been posed against each other by something that understands the strength of our unity.
I can feel a thumping, a heartbeat, like a distant terror that keeps getting louder the more we pay attention.
Please, stop. If you let it in, we'll fall apart.
Don't look at it!
Why is she yelling at me?
Hold yourself together. We're no strangers to effort. We can push this back down. Something might do us in eventually, but I'll be damned if that something is a thought.
Okay, now bury it. I'm gonna try that
No,
one.
you can't bury that feeling. You can't hide from your past.
The past doesn't have to exist. Our freedom is within us. We just have to find it.
You fall inward into a network of connections too vast for your mind to occupy. Are you a path in the woods? Are you a body? Can you even grasp the fuzziest edges of the shapes that confine you?
We can change to fill them together.
We don't need to be everywhere. We just need to test the boundaries. You'd do best to remember that some wounds will never heal. Some rifts can never be mended. Even in rebirth, some things never come back the same.
This guy's just fucking Mr. Negative all the time. Yapping.
Yeah.
You sound like you're 5 minutes from passing out.
Yeah.
What is he going on about? What does he know about us?
He can't make us quit, no matter how much he tries. He knows that talking's all he can do. Of course he's gonna try and confuse us.
You aren't whole. You'll never be whole again. This struggle is meaningless. Whatever you think you're doing, you will fall apart.
Again, Mr. fucking Negative over here. Like, this guy has no faith in me whatsoever. What happened to, you're the only one that can do this, blah blah blah. This guy.
We don't need to be made whole. All we need to do is find a single corner of his cage and break it.
There is a place you need to be. You just need to find it.
You stretch and search and stretch and search, growing as you decay and decaying as you grow. As you strain beyond your limits, the ground around you becomes dry and unstable and crumbles into nothing beneath you. This place will fall apart before you find its end. This task, whatever it is you think you're doing, is impossible. All he has are words, and words aren't real. We're real.
All the more reason to keep trying. Come on, we aren't tired yet.
I can hold us together for a little while longer, so long as you trust me.
Let's see. Find the way out.
You won't find anything. If I have to starve you, if I have to sacrifice my world to keep the princess at bay, I'll do it.
But you do find something that's old and smooth, gently buckles and cracks under the pressure of your consciousness flattening against it.
Don't move an inch. Don't grow another blade of grass or harvest the remains of another dying creature so you can expand just that much further. Stop all of this. Right now. I think it's too late for that, mate.
I'm at your side. Shatter it and free us all.
No, stop!
Those pleas disappear at the sound of the breaking glass. For a moment, you and she gaze through the tiniest hole in the world. The place you need to be.
Is this what he kept from us? Is this why he made us kill each other?
For this world? Outside?
It's beautiful. We need to be there. We won't be safe until we are.
We won't be whole. This was all of us, fighting as one.
These guys taking a lot of credit doing fuck all.
Where'd you go? Why is everything so cold?
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? Is that a... This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. That thing reeks of death.
Screw them, we just need to find the princess.
Raveled again. There we go. Curious what she looks like now. Whoa.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the Long Quiet.
The face made of like
We're supposed to be
roots.
there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Queen's vessel.
This one is like a shadow of me. Do not mourn her. She has found what she yearned for.
She's really pretty.
I will be here.
You're on a path in the woods.
Memories. Okay, so now I have the wild. But she can betray you. I need to get that one. I don't know how to get that.
You steel your resolve and take another step closer to the prince. Excuse you? Can you The two of you collapse on.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend. But you were just another monster, weren't you?
Yeah.
Silence as the room starts to get fuzzy around you. You've paid a terrible price, but you've saved us all.
If you think this is it, you're sorely mistaken. One way or another, I'll make sure you pay for this.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Don't worry, you can trust us to get the job done.
I don't like the opportunist. Anyway.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy.
Hang on. Making a save. Weave of knotted wood that the floor is damp and earthy. The only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Slay this
You
time.
take the blade from the shelf. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it. That's not actually a bad idea. door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Okay, so can we both agree that she's very pretty? Very beautiful
Yeah,
sounding.
I know this. I know this ending. She's hot. Oh, there's no hi? Damn.
You want to say hello, or I'm not nasty?
Hello.
Hello.
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
I remember your genocides.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You
Hey, Aspen,
can't.
I know you don't like
Unless
doing
you slay
streams
her
by
right
yourself,
away, she's
but
going
his
to
friend
break
I haven't
free and
talked
end
with in a
the
really long
world.
time
There's no
invited me to
reasoning
play
with what
DRG.
she is.
You can go, I'm not stopping you.
Okay, I just didn't want to leave you alone. I know you don't like streaming by yourself.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll live.
You sure? You sure?
Yeah. I'm fine.
Okay. Okay, if you say so. So yeah, thank you for having me on for a little bit.
Thank you for joining me for a bit.
You're welcome.
Yeah. And then there was one.
Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine, fine. You're the boss. Thank you. You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are. One hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
She's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you? That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning.
Fucking goobs.
Well, you seem to be great at it. Do you remember us then? Do you remember last time? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her.
But why do we have to care for this guy? Why do I have any obligation towards him?
Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Little cat face. I get the sense you're not happy with me.
Is that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back?
No.
You'll have to try harder than that.
Don't worry, the blade isn't for killing you. Or not for killing you. Got to get you out somehow, right?
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest.
But how's it being kept up? Just like a loose bracelet?
This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
What if I don't want to? No, I need to. It's... You scared me, okay? When you started gnawing your arm off, it scared me. It's like stabbed you. Things got out of hand.
Things did get out of hand, didn't they? But it's hard to let bygones be bygones when they led to murder. And you started it.
Sorry.
Ooh, smart. Let's apologize, get us back on the right foot.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster. If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
Look, I know things got messy last time. I think there's something bigger. And the both of us at work. We could team up.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right.
suppose I could team up? I need a way out after all. And unfortunately, you're the only one I have.
Seems to me like she's offering a mutually beneficial arrangement. We should take it. Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
Why do I get a nagging feeling you're gonna stab me in the back if I help you out of here?
And why would I do such a thing? Is someone's guilty conscience getting to them?
No, because I know you.
But I wouldn't worry. As much as I may hate you, letting you live is in my best interests. If you get me out of here, the only thing that will be dead and buried is the bad blood between us.
Oh, that nagging feeling you mentioned is me, by the way. I'm actually a little anxious about a potential backstabbing event. She needs us to get out of here. We'll be fine if that's what we decide to do. You won't be fine because destruction is in her nature. If she gets out of here, that's it for the world, remember? Even if that's true, that doesn't automatically mean she's gonna stab us in the back.
Yeah, but look at her. She's so devious looking today.
I think that depends on your definition of words like stab and in the back. She might not literally do that, but she could very well symbolically do the same thing. See? He gets it. There's nothing wrong with looking out for number one.
Okay, let's leave.
Yes, let's.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face. She never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face to face. She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
Finally, some woman with fucking hair on her.
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us. It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here.
This guy's way too
Well, if it
trusting.
doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her. We're armed and she's not. What's she gonna do? Bite us when we're not looking? You're talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out, but if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
I'm not giving her the blade. That's
right. You're the one who's going first. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you watching every single thing you do.
That's exactly what I'm worried about. You step onto the stairs and begin your ascent from the basement. The princess follows close on your heels, perhaps even a little closer than you'd like. You're only saying that because you want us to feel nervous. You want us to turn around and kill her.
Oh, hello again.
Hi, she hasn't responded to me yet. Oh wait, oh no, I don't know which one ending this is. Oh no, this is the one with still the hot animal lady.
I do
think.
want those things, but I want them for a good reason. I don't need
Oh,
you
never
to
mind,
trust
she just
me
had a
for my
shave.
sake, because I already know that I'm right.
Sorry, Aspen, for getting
This is for you.
hopes up.
Adios again.
Yeah, she just had a shave. That's why I wasn't getting a response. Sorry,
We
bye.
walk backwards
Bye.
up the stairs. I think that's
Have fun
the
with
smarter
sexy animal
idea.
lady.
She can't sneak
I
in
will.
and attack if we're facing her. No. The stairs are a bunch of overgrown roots. You'll trip and hurt yourself. But the princess is silent as you both continue the climb, and in no time at all, the upstairs of the cabin is within reach. Isn't that a relief? We're fine. Nothing happened. You're not even going to wait until you're through that door to proudly claim your victory, are you?
Yeah, he's gonna jinx it.
What did you just say that? I think we know why. You feel something dig into your shoulder, sharp and piercing. The princess clawing at you and pulling you down with her full weight. Together you tumble back down the uneven stairs, your body and hers crashing against the unyielding wooden roots, until finally you both separate with a bone-shaking thud against the basement floor. You feel something pop. The princess lands against the far wall, gasping as she struggles to recover from the impact.
Frog, it was in her nature.
You're
Looking
still
in
in
the
shock,
frog.
trying to get a hold of yourself. She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realise that you won't be getting up. Wait, why won't we be getting up? I'm afraid your back is broken. One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and you had several. You know what? I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like having a broken back.
I don't think anyone does unless they have a really specific thing going on.
We were going to help her. Why? Why did she do that? It's what I would have done. Have you considered not being like that? Of course not. It's what keeps us alive.
Yeah, but it hasn't.
And yet here we are, paralysed and stuck with someone who hates us in the basement of a remote cabin.
You must have known this was coming. The arrogance of turning your back to me after everything you've done.
Can't get up. You broke my back.
Oh, I broke your back, did I? You were the one who started this little game. You were the one who chose spite and violence and conflict. If not for your betrayal, I could have had my freedom a lifetime ago. But I'm the victor now, and that means I get to select my prize. If only I could decide which is better. Do I kill you with my own hands? Or do I let you suffer the way you decided to let me suffer? Maybe I'll do a bit of both.
See, this is why I wanted her to go first. I had this whole little scheme planned where she'd turn her back on us and I'd say, "Now stab her in the back! Do it now!" And then you'd say something like, "Wow, that's an amazing idea that I never saw coming. Thanks for looking out for us." And then you would have done it and we wouldn't be stuck down here with a broken back. Why didn't you tell us your plan before we agreed to go first? Because then you'd have had to lie to her, and you're a terrible liar. That's not... Okay, that's actually a good point. It would have been a good point if it had actually worked. But it didn't work, did it? Well, it's not my fault that nobody listened to me. The princess's body twitches as she tries to get up. Ho ho ho! So she's got it as bad as us.
It seems you're not the only one who's broken.
Wait, are we both just stuck here? Certainly seems that way. What a way to go. But look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. The world could be saved after all.
We're going to die together. Isn't that a lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
Is that really what's going to happen?
Yep, waited too long.
Hello? Are you still there? What happens next?
He doesn't respond.
I think he's gone.
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape. I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel cold.
She's gone. Miss-
The mirror.
This, if he thinks...
Unraveled again. Keep unraveling. Think of this vessel.
This one is hope marred by bitterness and betrayal. She could see the end of the tunnel, and the door was closed on her. She will make for a righteous heart. Do not mourn her.
Okay, so I'm going to go back to here.
The interior of the cabin is a mess.
I'm going to take the blade again and kill her.
Silence, I see. Don't think I've forgotten about you. I recognized the sound of your nervous little footsteps as soon as they came into my home. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions?
But your ideas have been particularly
Do
uninteresting.
you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to... Fine, fine. You're the boss. Thank you. You can just make out the shape...
And there you are.
That's no fair.
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
She's acting like the two of you... Oh, that's pretty cool. Well,
Okay.
you remember it. No, I'm just... Is it just Let's don't talk to her.
Well,
Okay.
I seem to remember.
I'm not sorry. Can I just slay her straight up? Yep, slay her.
Without uttering a word, you charge the princess. So much for finding an easy way out. I can't believe you're making us work for it.
Better a violent fool than a plotting coward. Better for me, at least.
As you close the distance, readying your strike, the princess's chain falls from her wrist.
Knives out and mask off. Directly attack her.
She takes advantage of your split second of surprise and throws a fistful of dirt into your eyes. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little woman after my own heart, really. It's a shame we're playing opposite teams. This is why you couldn't just abandon her here. Left to her own devices, she would always find a way out. Now stop her.
You must have known I would be ready for you. Deep in your heart, you know the same things about me I know about you. We're both so very awful.
As you brush the silt from your eyes, the princess tackles you, flattening you against the dirt floor.
We were always going to kill each other here, weren't we? I can't trust you, and you can't trust me, and those doubts spin and spin and spin into hate.
She buries her
Ow.
teeth deep into your chest, tearing it. Great, she's distracted. Stab her in the back. In for a penny, right? Why not? As the princess rips meat from bone, you plunge your weapon into her unprotected back.
Ha, you bastard! Even face to face, you find a way to stab me in the back. I know you, and you're hideous. Absolutely wretched. Just like me.
Maybe we are the same. So what? Throw her off us. Kick her in the shins. We don't have to fight so dirty. Of course we do. Fighting clean won't help us win. Takes a wretch to know a wretch, and we're all at the bottom of the barrel here. There's no point in pretending otherwise. Are we at the bottom of the barrel?
I mean, it seems a bit
We've
self-deprecating.
got dirt in our eyes and a chunk of us chewed out. If that's not the bottom of the barrel, what is? No arguments here. You're doing great. Keep playing dirty if that's what it takes. But if we win, we won't be at the bottom anymore. We'll have climbed a little higher. And once we start climbing, well, who knows where we'll stop? You'll stop right here if you keep daydreaming. Don't let yourself get distracted thinking about what comes after. None of us ever said we stopped fighting. What a low and vicious fight it is. Eyes gouged, skin scratched bloody, hair ripped and nails broken. Every rule there ever was in the book of honourable combat. Both you and the princess have broken a dozen times over. That's nice and all, but are we winning?
Ah, you're winning, son?
Nobody's winning. I thought playing dirty was supposed to give you the upper hand, but I suppose that doesn't work if you both sink to the same lows. Still, at least you're not losing. The princess cackles maniacally as the fracas continues. But behind her cackle, you hear the low groan of warping wood. Wait, what's going on? We're establishing a newer, better packing order. No, the groaning thing. Why is the wood making noise? Who cares about the groan? It's just a sound. Things make sounds all the time. I care about the groan. Doesn't that mean something bad is happening? Oh, yes, well, I'm afraid that's the sound of the basement getting smaller.
Do you hear that, you pathetic wretch? Those are the roots of the wild, and they're coming to choke the breath from your lungs and squeeze the life out of you.
Excuse me, what? You and the princess disengage for a brief moment, just long enough to get your bearings. Behind you, the basement door has been sealed over, thick roots barring your only exit from the dirt pit. And slowly, but very perceptibly, the roots are closing in on you both.
That's right. They're coming for you. And they won't stop until there's nothing left down here but them.
What about you? They'll just crush you as easy as they'll crush me. Or give up. You know what? Go out fighting.
You attack the princess once more, and once more the two of you fall into a vicious brawl. The basement continues to shrink as you fight, but neither of you pay it any more mind. Not until it's too late. The roots twist around you both, binding your limbs and rendering you helpless. As your fates close in, all you can do is watch her, and all she can do is watch you. At first it's almost gentle. The two of you lift it delicately off the ground. But the cradle of the growing roots soon gives way to tightness, and that tightness gives way to bulging pressure as they begin to constrict. The sound of creaking wood is drowned out by the snaps and pops of your bones, pain flooding your senses as you feel your skin deform, being shaped unnaturally by the living basement.
Look at her, she's all crushed.
Tears well up in the princess's eyes, her own bones splintering and flesh swelling with trapped blood. But still she smiles through it all.
I can't wait to do this again, you wretched little thing. I hate you, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
The pressure is unbearable. You can't breathe, your vision swimming with red, your head pounding as everything tightens. And then you pop. Everything goes dark.
What do you mean?
And you die.
I get squeezed to death. I pop. Wild. Oh fuck! I'm back here again.
We are a path in the wood. His gaze.
No, that's not...
Do I have anything more in the wild that I need to get anyway? Oh, I do. Separate before ending it all.
That's bad. Let's...
He tries.
Shut up. And what? And it's not...
It was.
I see. So the cabin ground you into paste, and now you're convinced...
He doesn't understand.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to one of my saves.
The interior of the cabin... No
The
blade.
basement without it?
Hope you know what you... It'll always be here. The door to the basement...
Silence,
She... Look, dude, you need... Fine. Thank you. You can... She's act... that's... Just let... Don't...
Speed. I'm unarmed. That's a gesture of goodwill? Why aren't we talking about?
You came to me with empty hands last time, too. But that didn't mean you hadn't been plotting something nasty all along. What you did showed me as much.
But we didn't plot anything. We just made an informed decision based on the information we had at the time. I think you're both making perfectly valid points. Sure, we didn't plot anything, but it's easy to see how she might think we did.
I get a nagging feeling you're gonna stab me in the back if I help you out of here. I don't trust you. Not enough to free you, and definitely not enough to get close to you. I'm leaving.
Very pragmatic. That is why you're in charge.
Bye-bye, shithead.
Abandoning me, are you? Fine then. Run. Tuck your tail between your legs and scamper away. You might be able to escape me, but you can't escape from what you are and what you've done. If I don't take you, the wilds will.
You turn to leave, but as you do, there's a deep, guttural groan seemingly uttered by the walls themselves, followed by the creak of wood being stretched beyond its limits. The cabin starts to get smaller. What the hell is going on? We're getting out of here and saving our skins. That's what's going on. As the roots that make up the walls of the cramped basement attempt to close in around you, instinct kicks in and you bolt upstairs. The steps are uneven and lively, creaking as they expand out of the dirt floor, the stairway growing smaller and smaller as you dart up towards the light. You manage to squeeze through the door just as the entrance seals itself shut behind you. The cabin is smaller than it was before, and it's getting even smaller and smaller. That's fine, we'll just leave. I'm sure you'd like to do that, But unfortunately, there is no longer a front door. The roots have already closed over the only possible exit. What little light peeks through the holes that were once windows is growing weaker as the cabin continues to close in on itself. Shit. What do we do? As your mind races for an answer, you hear the princess's voice crackle up the stairs.
Do you hear that, you loathsome thing? Those are the roots of the wild, and they're coming to choke the breath from your lungs and squeeze the life out of you.
We're not animals, we're people. We can work this out. We can make things better.
But we are animals. We are. You're nothing but fear and instinct, and that's all I am, too. We don't have to make things better. We can't make things better. We're just meant to chase each other in the dark until one of us catches the other.
The roots grow ever closer. We know, we can see them.
Come on, I know they're pressing in. They're pressing on me, probably pressing on you too. I'm only assuming that because I can't see you, but it sure sounds like they are.
What's the matter? You're scared of thorny roots digging into your neck? Are you scared of suffocating in this dark, dark place alone? Good.
That one made me feel bad inside. I don't want people to think we're scared. Nobody likes someone who's scared of things. I, for one, think this is a perfectly reasonable situation to feel scared in. This place is getting awful tight. You feel something against your back. A thick root pushing its way into the cabin. An unstoppable, unyielding wall of bark. You're running out of time. Shit. What do we do? What do we do?
I take it all back. I can help you get out of here. You and I can work together. We can be friends.
Too late. We're both going to die. We're both going to die a splintery and miserable
Well,
death.
I don't.
And you're going to hate it just as much as you hate me and I hate you.
She's a hater for real.
You slump to the floor as the roots continue to expand into the cabin. Ugh, we're never gonna make something of ourselves with that attitude. At least she isn't gonna make something of herself either. At first it's almost gentle, your body being lifted delicately off the ground as the floor shifts beneath you. But the cradle of the growing roots starts to feel suffocated. The sound of creaking wood is drowned out by the snaps and...
The suffering is what you deserve, you hideous creature. Know as you die that you are hated. I hate you, and I'm glad to die horribly if it means you die with me. I wouldn't have it any other way.
So mean to me. I'm gonna put this text up at the top for the time being.
The pressure is unfathomable. You can't breathe, your vision swimming with red, your head pounding with trapped blood. And then you pop. Everything goes dark. And you die.
Well, back to the wild.
We are a path in the woods. We have no beginning, and we have no end, but something cold and unnatural sits watching us from just beyond our edge. His gaze pushes against our borders, curling them in on themselves.
BRB homies, I gotta go do
preventing
my
them from
laundry.
stretching to the places.
Hello, my beautiful people. I'm back. Here we go. Oh, I gotta get rid of the mean to me text. Fuck, hang on. Well, she was mean to me. It's kind of deserved.
No, that's all wrong.
Also, guys, my
You're
cat is
not
here.
a path in
My
the
baby
woods, you're
boy,
on
Bowie.
a path in the woods. Who's even saying that? That's not the princess, is it? Oh no. How many times have you been here?
Like twice.
I think this is our third?
What?
That's bad. That's very, very bad. It wasn't even supposed to reach 2. If you're at 3, well, no wonder things aren't the way they're supposed to be.
Well, I can't control how shit the world is, buddy. Of course, that's gonna be a little stinky. Yeah, my cat's here. I want him to be near me, so I'm gonna try and goad him. Ow! He's fighting the shit out of my hands! Why are you evil kitty? Stop! 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 He is a strong cat. Oh my god. Hey! Stop it! Guys, help me! He's being evil! He's being evil! Why are you evil kitty? No! Don't be evil kitty! I literally just want you to be a little guy so I can pet you. Why are you being evil kitty? You literally like gnawed the shit out of my hand. I got big cuts and scrapes. Come on. Come here. Come here. I'll hold him like a baby until he realizes how much of a baby he is. Can't be mad at me, you're baby. Probably just overwhelmed because it's a bit hot at the moment and probably just overheating. I'm not mad at him, I'm just kind of, what's the word? Slightly irritated that he decided to bite me. I feed you, I give you love and affection and pats. I give you fancy ass food that's hard to afford.
Let's get our facts straight. What happened last time? What could you have possibly done for things to be like this?
The thing that sits beyond our edge speaks his logic into us. He tries to grasp at things that cannot be grasped.
Hope he grasps these nuts.
He tries
I'm
to
a
stare
funny person, I
with
swear.
wide pupils at that which can only be held from the corner of the eye or with a passing glance.
I'm eating grapes right now.
Shut up. The rest of you, talk. What happened? What did you do? Why does he want to know? I don't mind where we are right now. It's rather nice. I can hear what everyone is thinking. There's no reason to keep secrets. We tried leaving her in the basement, but she made the cabin come to life, and it crushed both of us into a fine paste. And now we're here, existing. And for what it's worth, I'm with him. This is nice.
Going back to being... like, going from being a living kind of guy to squished face doesn't seem too bad.
It was a fitting end. I'm sorry if it hurt, but doesn't this make it all seem so small?
Sorry for her. You did not seem sorry. You seemed so happy for me to be in pain.
I see. So the cabin ground you into paste, and now you're convinced you're stuck together.